Jack Doherty is gonna get his life destroyed, and that's amazing. High five all around, boys. It's happening.
Well, this lawsuit's about to destroy the streamer's life the way he knows it, as it's likely going to become the most expensive thing he's ever gone through. So meet Jack Doherty, once a cringe YouTube kid who literally stalked creators to their own homes.
Still a cringe YouTube kid, because it doesn't seem like he's mentally growing.
For content.
I want them to come out so freaking badly.
Now I get.
Okay, listen. When that's his response, you know that this is a kid who has literally never for a single time in his life heard the words no. No one had. It's all about him. Even from this young age, it's just all about him, okay? You don't give a response like that unless you're the most entitled brat in the universe, okay? A normal person would be, oh, I hope they're out. How do you think a kid like this gets to the answer, I want them to come out? He's not thinking, gee, maybe they're not home. He's thinking, I'm here, they better come out, because I want that. Oh, it's so sad.
Now, I guess he just harasses random people in public for his own content, and whenever these randoms stand up for themselves, he hides behind his own security guard.
By the way, the fact that this outcome happened, I honestly think was inevitable, because you have someone who's a bodyguard, and as much as I understand, this guy also has felonies and things like that against him. I could be wrong, not 100% sure. It's stuff I heard on the internet slightly, and I don't really care that much. But the fact that he's a bodyguard and he's supposed to do these things, and now he's a bodyguard to someone who encourages violence effectively, like Jack Doherty, it's only a matter of time until this guy just gets bored and punches someone in the face for whatever reason. Because he's just gonna slowly get accustomed to the idea, oh, I can just harass people because that's what my boss effectively wants me to do.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I will never not see Jack as Randall from Recess here, as the stance and attitude is just identical. But one of his security guards, in combination with his own actions, have now landed him in one of the worst situations possible to be in as a creator, being sued. And not only by the victim, but also his own insurance company is suing him for this lawsuit as well.
So one of the things that I'm wondering here is, technically the security guard is probably a part of a different company, so you can't really sue him. But the fact that it's so blatantly on camera that he encourages these things could actually change stuff. And I wonder if that's in play.
So this whole situation, it dates back to the Halloween party in 2023. And while most people have seen the viral clip of Jack's bodyguard just sucker punching this random guy, not too many people saw the context of the clip from Jack's stream. Because if you just simply jump back about 2 minutes before the sucker punch, you see Jack and one of the guys arguing about a comment Jack made about Corinna Koff, who I believe was hosting the party. It's still a little bit unclear because I'm seeing some sources claiming that she was hosting the party and other sources saying that it was David Dobrik's party. Either way, it seems like it was a Vlog Squad Halloween.
Oh boy, it seems like it's only the best people in the world that
party. And the victim and his friend were arguing with Jack about something he said on his live stream about Corinna.
Hey, but you know Corinna lit.
She is lit.
Yeah, so don't talk, you can't talk.
It's not talking. It's more of a joke, but like, I call everyone an old. We're all old.
Wait, you ain't talking about.
You can't take everything so seriously. We're live streaming. Like,
what's happening?
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's all good. Like, I understand. But you can't talk that. When she's making rats, she making
obviously.
Yeah, rats. Okay.
Rats.
So don't be throwing that.
Man, listen, bro. What we doing, bro?
What we doing?
No, I'm just.
What are we doing?
You made some.
Wait. So his bodyguard comes up, appears, and now it's instantaneously. Rah! Is that it? Because that's hilarious.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Why are you here?
Hold on. What we doing?
Yeah.
What we doing?
Hey, what are we doing?
So he literally escalates the situation. Oh, that's nice.
Hey, yo. You fight. Us two versus you two. All right, go. I'm running.
Okay, so that gives us a little bit more context. Two of Corinna's friends started talking to Jack because he was being disrespectful for her and that he should be more respectful to her because she is making racks.
Who cares?
That doesn't have to make sense.
Oh, they said racks as in money. Okay.
Because what Jack and his bodyguard did, either way, is extremely wrong. Because at this point, they're just kind of yapping at each other. Who cares? The situation isn't really a big...
Also, it's pretty funny because I don't think I have seen, or maybe I'm not remembering the part that he's just like, okay, let's fight. He effectively says that. Let's fight. Yeah, let's start a fight. Which is also bad.
Deal. All Jack had to do was walk away. But that's not what profits Jack. Jack wants to have as big of a commotion as possible to monetize it via his live stream because he just is one big attention funnel, which then leads into his OF businesses. And that becomes very obvious after all this happened. But then Jack's bodyguard shows up and says, "What's up?" And Jack says, "We're fighting them. You two versus us," and then he runs. In the lawsuit, they're using that against Jack. And that makes sense because just a few minutes later, the sucker punch happened, which just seemed to come out of nowhere.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, you said what you said. You keep repeating.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, what's the next step?
Now, you want to suck my what? Like, where are we getting? You're bro. Damn.
Holy shit, yeah, the moment the bodyguard, the situation is, he's instantaneously aggressive. Oh my. Yeah, again, I would be surprised if this doesn't also contribute as intentional provocation against these guys. Interesting.
Call me pro. No, I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Appreciate you. Don't care.
I love how Jack always takes the lower road in almost every single altercation I see him in. It's like he's actively making the decision to come off as bad as possible. That in itself almost seems like a talent because you really have to try hard to come across as bad as what Jack Doherty does.
All right, then walk then. All right, ready? On the count of three. On the count of three, we walk this way, you guys walk this way.
It's cool, Shay. It's cool, man. It's cool.
One.
Hey, Shay.
Go ahead. You never started walking.
Hey, Jay. It's cool.
It's cool.
I mean, it's just a bunch of drunk people arguing, but nothing that deserves a punch. And I'm showing you guys all of this to give everyone a picture of how random the sucker punch really was.
I'm staying right here. Now Chase on me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and so they haven't said anything about violence. They haven't really been intimidating too much or anything like that at all. So yeah, very fun.
I'm just saying.
Talking to me. I just think about me.
I'm just saying. You say you're walking down the hill. I'm just saying you're walking down the hill.
I hear you, bro.
Hey, are you mad at me? Wait, now you want to talk about me then? Yeah, even. I don't see you talking.
Just because I'm at a party and I don't want to talk to you, you say that.
No. That's not what it was.
That's literally.
Oh, so she literally says that she made a party. Whoever this person is made a party, so why is there confusion who made a party? Not even relevant, but still, kind of like to point that out.
Tell you what it was.
Okay, wait.
I literally got sent a clip in the middle of a party.
Oh, really? W Clippers.
No, at a party. I don't want to be on stream.
I'm just saying, walk.
Wait, chill. No. Just back up. Just stop.
I'm just saying, y'all say
Yo, just stop. Tell him stop. Trust me.
Yeah, stopped it there for obvious reasons. As you can see, that was not self-defense. That was a sucker punch. Then to make things worse, he's not even defending his client. As you can see, his client is standing safely right over.
Yeah, but again, that's something that's inevitably gonna happen. When your client literally kind of encourages this and probably says, "Good job" after the stream.
There. The punch is here. Jack's over here. He's not defending his client here. And that's what the side of the victim who was sucker punched is using in court, as Jack is being sued by them for assault, battery, negligence, and emotional distress. And what's also really not helping Jack is he hired this bodyguard, Kane, when the exact same thing happened just 4 years prior to this event. So Jack hired Kane when Kane has a...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't dreaming. I remembered correctly. He has a record. Nice.
Massive, literally punching people when he doesn't need to do so. And of course, to make things even worse for Jack used this moment to promote his stream. Not to apologize or show any sort of sympathy. It was like, great.
I mean, you can't apologize at that point. You're already too far gone. It's you have to go all in, baby. Okay? It is what it is.
This happened. I'm now gonna promote it everywhere, but not before he ran off. So right after this happens, they run off. And then he goes on this like promotional tour of, look what just happened on my stream, guys. It's so disgusting. But Jack is either delusional or desperate, maybe both, as it now came out that he was trying to use his renter's insurance to pay for this lawsuit. This was not at his house. He was at his...
What is a renter's insurance? I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, sounds something like it has something to do with renting, which probably is an apartment, car, or something like that. So, wow.
State. He was in California for a Halloween party, and he's somehow trying to use his renter's insurance to pay for this lawsuit?
Well, that's probably fraud. But seriously, the worst part is that Jack Doherty is a millionaire. He is. You know, flying first class or whatever, he's still probably a millionaire. He just does not want to spend like 50K on something as useless as a couple of couple of hours of flying. Okay, that's honestly kind of reasonable, even if you're a millionaire. And I think he probably has enough brain matter for that. And doing that he has a crew of like people or something like that follows him, right? It's just not him and like one or two guys. It's a whole group of them. So, you know, that's honestly probably the most reasonable thing he has done in his life. So trust me, that guy is he has money. Okay, let's just put it at that.
What? YouTuber Jack Doherty sued for not paying for Halloween KO. Wrong insurance, bud. In a new legal docs obtained by TMZ, State Farm says Jack is trying to use his renter's insurance policy to force the company to defend him in the litigation and possibly cough up any damages that might be owed. State Farm says that Jack...
Dude, there's no way this does not constitute some form of fraud, right? He said at the start of the... I thought he said at the start of the video, right, that the insurance company is trying to sue him, because there's no way that doesn't. He said that, right? I'm not spacing out on the last, I don't know, 12 minutes of my life, right? He said that because there's no way. It has literally a name, by the way. Actions like this fall under insurance fraud.
Jack is actually not covered here because
well, there's two types of insurance fraud. One, you do something illegally and then you try to get the money from the insurance because that thing was done and you portray it as the accident even though that was intentionally. And the other one is trying to do stuff like this, which is uncommon because it's stupid.
Not only does the policy not cover willful acts that cause bodily harm, he also posted a video of the fight on his social media pages and is using the footage as part of his business, which is also not covered under policy. What an idiot. For like every single action here, he's an idiot for trying to use his renter's insurance policy to cover this, and he's an idiot for using this to try to promote his business.
Now, admittedly, the funny fact about insurance policies is that most likely whatever a renter's insurance policy is, while it probably has something to do with the house, it probably has very little that it actually covers. All insurance needs to actually be read the fine print, otherwise you don't actually know what you're getting. Okay, you can get something that's called life insurance and turns out if you die nothing happens, because that's not what life insurance is. Insurance is wild.
As a result, State Farm is asking the judge to declare that they're not on the hook to defend him or pay out any money in the assault and battery suit. I'm trying to make sense of this though, because he's trying to use his renter's insurance policy here, but from everything I've seen, he was not hosting this party. This was not on his property, from what I know. So is this just one massive reach by him, or does everyone have the story wrong and he was actually the host of this party? Something's definitely not adding up here, but I could also just be giving him
Okay, well, whatever.
Way too much of a benefit of a doubt, because he just might not be thinking that rationally. Either way, it just doesn't make sense. But to be fair, a lot of his other antics just do not make sense whatsoever. So at least he's consistent. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Okay, also, my prediction for something called a renter's insurance would be if it actually covers things like, oh, I go out of the, county that I bought the insurance and I host a party, it should cover me. But maybe there's like a clause that, oh, if we only cover it if we approve of this party. which they don't even know. Again, stuff like this with insurance is just far too common.
Happens from all this because right after it happened, he was talking such a big game saying, oh, this is nothing. This isn't even going to affect him. Meanwhile, he's now trying to use his renter's insurance policy to cover this. That doesn't sound like a move from someone who's saying, oh, everything's fine. That sounds like someone who's scrambling for a Hail Mary. I will definitely be covering the
maybe scrambling for a Hail Mary. Hell yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. Anyway, that was a Tozy. Bye.